Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Face of TV. This is James.
This is Dan.
Introduce the show, James.
Hi, this is the show.
Good. So map 2, Dust 2. It is going to be NaVi versus Inshock. And Inshock, I mean, they had some cool stuff going on. Hyper, actually, I was informed on the Twitters, on the Twitterverse.
On the tweeters.
On the Twitterers, that he was going to be in the lineup instead of Bialy for Virtus.Pro. They were considering him at the time that, you know, that Bialy was being tested out with Snacks. But apparently he didn't gel as well with Snacks as Bialy did. And that was the reason why he didn't end up in the lineup. So, of course, we could see there that his individual skill was pretty impressive, to say the least.
Yes. You said that in such a just a weird way. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable sitting next to you now.
Alright, don't say anything, James.
No, I can just see, I can feel you staring at me. I refuse to look.
Alright, so guys.
So we're on Dust 2 now. I was leading you so you could see, you could talk. Tell me about Dust 2.
So it's a classic map. It is a quintessential Counter-Strike map. It's been around forever.
That's great.
Since 1.6, James.
Oh, really?
Since before 1.6.
Yeah, I would hope so.
It wasn't added in 1.6. I actually don't know exactly when the map was added in the time frame of Counter-Strike. I'm sure that's probably a really an interesting fact to know. I'm sure someone out there probably knows it.
Yeah,
So
there are a lot of people actually who played from the early 1.x.
And they know all kinds of crazy facts. So that's good.
Yes.
Anyway, so actually MNK is Loord from the Golden Five, of course. And I suppose, this Inshock team is not quite as good as Gamers 2. We saw Gamers 2 actually previously against EnVyUs. And they actually managed to defeat EnVyUs. So if you're a fan of Polish teams, it's quite interesting to see how the scene is developing actually, because it's clearly a really huge scene and there's a lot of talent there. And I wonder actually if in the future the Polish scene will start to rise up and have as many prominent players and teams as the French scene does, and also the Swedish scene. Will it be like another giant in Europe? Do you reckon?
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't? The more strong teams, the merrier. And I really do want to see more of Gamers 2 in the future, because
yeah, me too. Yeah.
What a solid showing from them today.
And now we know how to say their names too.
I forgot how the guy was pronouncing Loord.
It's like Loord. I don't know.
Like
Loord.
Yeah.
I can't really roll my R's, but I feel like you're supposed to with all of these words.
I didn't think MNK was an actual nickname.
Probably not.
See, normally.
My nickname's DDK. That's
normally when players have like bizarre nicknames, the admins say, for the sake of the casters, can you use your actual name or something close enough for them to know what it is? But MNK is nothing like Loord. Got to be honest.
It's pretty far away, far removed from Loord.
Yeah, in fact, it doesn't share any of the letters at all.
No. There's no vowels even.
No.
So you actually have to pronounce it by each consonant.
Do you know any words that don't have vowels?
I don't think that are there any in the English language that is that a thing?
I'm fairly sure there are, but I always forget what they are.
They're probably
because
like for example,
I'm a Scrabble player.
Yeah. Well,
from time to time.
Yeah, but
so
the Scrabble dictionary is ridiculous. Like, there's some really for example, with Scrabble, there is a word that it considers a legitimate word, ZA. Do you know what it stands for?
Oh, ZA?
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
I can't remember.
It basically, apparently, this word is legit in Scrabble, right? And what the word means
ZO is legit as well.
It's the shortening of pizza. So, excuse me, I would like a ZA.
Really? Okay,
Who says that? Who uses that word? Except in Scrabble. I will answer that for you, James. No one.
There are many very silly words in Scrabble.
Scrabble is like actually the worst game ever.
I think CH is a word in Scrabble.
Seriously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really stupid, and also they have like a lot of letters from the Greek alphabet, but like I think, or no.
Letters from the Greek alphabet.
Yeah, but you can spell them without using the Greek alphabet. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, well, never mind. Scratch that. Either way, Scrabble always seems like a good idea. It's like, I'm good at words, James. And I play Scrabble, and then my friend wins by like finding, a huge point multiplier and then putting down ZA. And I just feel like an idiot. This is so stupid. How did this come about that we're talking about Scrabble now?
We're killing time until the match starts because we were told 180 seconds, Dan. And I think that's elapsed. So now we're left with just you and I.
Hanging.
Staring at each other. There we go. Producer Reese is just a disgusting troll. Alright, so we are into the knife round.
He's also fired. It's the first.
No, he's got like immunity for a week.
For a week, but what about the second match? Does that count for nothing? Play frag bite. I didn't see Producer Reese clutching like crazy anymore.
One thing is, Producer Reese runs around like an elephant during Counter-Strike matches.
People are surprised because they're not expecting elephants. That's right. I'd be surprised too.
I would also be surprised. Although, did you ever play Natural Selection?
Yeah, I did actually. That game was awesome.
Oh no. If really my job wasn't Counter-Strike, I would have played Natural Selection 2. I own it. I bought it because I wanted to support them regardless because I loved that game so much. But I've never played it. I watched a cast of it actually.
It's awesome.
They had like some tournament going on, and I watched a little bit of it. Then I went back to CS:GO.
I try to play other games, and I just don't, and I play CS. In my limited spare time where I play games. But here we go. We have the pistol round starting off with NaVi on the CT side.
Zeus has well and truly failed that short boost. Sorry to interrupt you, but I had to mention that.
Well, Zeus is going to go in right now. He's going to spot a great frag onto Furlan, and Pete's going to go down the Guardian as well. So really good start coming in here now, and Inshock are trying to respond by getting themselves up A long, and the bomb has been spotted, so they can't really fake out NaVi at all. I mean, they can just go to the bomb at this point, and Inshock have to do the same. Hyper's going to come in with a frag there, and it's going to be Guardian. Oh my god, are you joking?
Pistol Deagle! Pistol round Deagle, let's go.
Like, when he doesn't have an AWP, he has an AWP, and it's called a Deagle.
He's been thrown it by somebody else as well for the meat shots because he's got armor.
Deagle sniper.
So either Flamie or Seized furnished him with a Deagle.
Yes, give Deagle.
It was Flamie. It's not every day that you see that on a pistol round.
No, you don't.
Here, buy armor, take this Deagle. Like, 5.7, yes, but Deagle?
Give Deagle. I am God. Guardian. He dug some graves with that Deagle.
NaVi constantly evolving.
Okay, so we had the Scout in Guardian's hands now.
Now he's got Scout Deagle. That's like 1.6 again.
Scout's nice.
What should I say, Deagle Scout? Because who said Scout Deagle?
Either way, we're going to have just a Tech 9 buy up here with armor. So fast B rush from Inshock is coming up, it would seem. Why are they going to slow it down here? There's no counter grenades from NaVi, but they had players in place for the rush timing. Now they're going to spread back out into middle. So they are really afraid of this really fast rush timing. They actually want to allow short to be taken. Like, they're actually okay with that because it's very hard to defend against pistols on the ranges. So they're just playing a really good retake setup for A and a setup that blocks the push through mid to B. And here it is. They are rushing in. Where are the frags from NaVi? They're only picking up one in Edward. However, they are going to lock it down here. It's going quite well all of a sudden. As Zeus did come in from CT. So it has been successful, this defense so far for NaVi. Smart play from them, actually. I really enjoyed their setup for the anti-Tech 9 armor.
Just down to Hyper now. The man who could have been. The man who never was.
And the man who still could. He's got a FAMAS and a Kevlar helmet. And he's done more with less in a spot like this in the previous map. So is it to be once again? He's going to spot the first player there as he jumps over. Short is it? It's actually Flamie. He's full on HP. He's got an MP9. And he's going to get a really nice frag there. High play. Didn't lose any health either. So he's just going to play this a little bit slow, but he doesn't have the time to do so. He's got 30 seconds to play with. He has to make a call to one of the sites right now, and Guardian is in place. And Guardian will not miss those shots. He will take the frag as Hyper hits the floor, and NaVi have saved themselves a troubling spot.
Inshock threw an interesting smoke from the opposite side of short on top mid onto Xbox, which bounced off the wall. Normally, because they had most of their players in lower tunnel, normally you would just throw that from lower tunnel, but they threw it from a different angle, which I don't know if that guy was the guy who just happened to have the smoke, or if they had other devious suggestions with that smoke, but never mind that. It is, well, it was the eco, only Hyper remains. Oh, the dinks on this dude. Unreal. 2 frags for him, no frags for anyone else. And here comes the buy round for Inshock.
Guardian walked up mid with just a Nova. He's walked up with a Nova, James.
Hyper has 6 of the 7 kills so far. So it's only a very small sample size, but the suggestion is that he has quite the talent, but maybe not enough to take on NaVi. We shall have to see. So we've got NaVi positioned on long to pop flash flamie. Is that flamie? I think it is. Into the pit area. Guardian has fallen to Furlan. Significant control of mid at the moment from Inshock. Will there be a trade? No. Zeus denies it. Zeus says no.
Oh my god. Well, NaVi are actually playing without a lot of respect, I have to say. We're seeing it in some of these rounds. I mean, for Guardian to just walk up mid with an over does suggest that as well. Also, the Deagle plays, but they have only a slight advantage in this round at the moment. As Inshock might just get a pop flash recovery to frag, entry frag there, but he won't actually get pop flash. He doesn't even need it. They drop the smoke, but there's actually a pretty significant gap there. That's going to give it away the ghost. They will know exactly what's going on with the spot through that smoke, and so far they'll see nothing. So what could have been a bit of an overreaction is now a calculated decision made on what has been seen as the information has been denied, but it's going to be the repeak. Good delay there from Inshock to force out a repeak there. In comes the push onto the A-bomb site. So far it's just Zeus now on the site. They don't know he's there just yet. Going to creep around, find the extra player, and he knows one's planting, goes for the spray around the corner, gets the frag actually, doesn't know that he can just go straight for the defuse, but does a little bit of extra damage there regardless. It was just Hyper that survived, so the buy here is very strained indeed for Inshock, and if NaVi are able to actually put a buy together themselves here, which is advisable, and if they win this one, it's double eco town for Inshock, unless they're able to pick up some bomb plants along the way. So really important round for NaVi to win, to crush the economy of Inshock, but likewise, they can have the same effect onto NaVi. Oh, wow, that grenade.
What? That was long and tall. And a very nice grenade indeed. So, 2 people low tunnel for Inshock. Still one in suicide. Yeah, and that's that smoke I was talking about, which is going to allow the other guys to push up short. I think I've seen the video for that smoke actually. Just stops the AWPers from picking people as they turn around that corner in top mid. So they're slowly trying to creep up short at the moment. Zeus with a quick peek there. He's actually going to try and take a duel here. Not sure if he realizes there are 2 people, but a flash coming in from a teammate. He will not, though, win the duel. Pete taking him down. So they still had 1 person over towards long, did Inshock, but they've moved away from there.
The problem is that they don't have any smokes left, so if they were going to go A, Guardian gets free reign, and that's going to basically shut them down. Good, very smart play to go middle here. And Furlan gets the entry as well. So Guardian smoked off. They've eliminated him as a factor. This can be a really good round now for NaVi. Sorry for Inshock. But Edwards, can he actually hold this down by himself? Oh my goodness. Edward is going absolutely massive there. 2 really important frags, and the retake is now possible for NaVi.
Now it's Hyper's time to try and survive with low HP. He's got all of 9. I'm not sure if he saw the play. They're looking for the second one. Where is Loord? It's going to be a 2-man spray down for Hyper. This guy is just finding all the frags for his team. Currently on 10 and 3. No one else has got more than 2.
This guy is a carrier bag.
He is a carrier bag indeed. But how long will it last? Again, it is NaVi who are 1 game up at the moment. And 1 round up in this game. Find themselves on the eco versus the buy from Inshock. Furlan lacking a primary gun.
Again, just a bit of posturing, bit of nut control plays from Inshock at the moment. But having successfully broken NaVi's economy successfully, they are going to be feeling in good shape. They just need to make sure that they can build their name trying to mitigate any damage through team play, coordination, and good use of grenades. And we are seeing that as they slowly but surely arrive onto cat control. And again, you can do anything from catwalk. It's one of the most important areas on Dust 2 for the T's. So pressuring up into A, keeping those players, keeping their eyes up on A whilst they go back for a cat drop. It is possible right now. Also, you can get lots of fancy executes onto A as well, and looks like they're going to slowly move into that bomb site here, but good flash there. Guardian's actually going to pop ahead, finds Pete, and Edward gets one with the dig as well. This is looking really, really hard right now for Inshock, but they are coming out ahead, slowly but surely. Here comes the AK work in from Groovy. He's going to be able to pick up one. Seized is last alive with the 5-7, and with a very low Groovy, he might be able to do some extra damage still, but can he actually win this round? It's not going to happen. Good stuff there from the double peak of Inshock. And they tie it up 3-3.
Right, so the buy coming out once again. Edward dropping the AWP there for Guardian, and he will not have enough money to go for full armor, so just the Kevlar for him. Zeus going to be the only man carrying a defuse kit for the NaVi side, and they have 3 smokes and a flash. And that's it. They will be confident in their fragging ability. Once again, we have Pete throwing that smoke to land onto the Xbox.
Oh, they want to look over the smoke, potentially here. Interesting play that could be here for NaVi. Or just, oh, they're just trying to fake out the position right now. That will eventually allow Guardian to actually lose this position, and Edward if they want. But 3B is a big, big gamble in some rounds when they have no cat control. And having Guardian towards the B bomb side as well also weakens their defense on crossover. So this is quite risky here for NaVi. They are already putting all the air eggs in one basket, and that basket is B.
Yeah, they've got Zeus with a FAMAS holding crossover to short. And he is retreating, so it looks like we may see either they're going for a retake here, or it's still a bit strange in B. Maybe it's trying to save for the next round. I mean, Edward's moving down now. The bomb's still not planted, so...
Are they going to go for the retake here?
So it's like a stack, but with guns. Hasn't worked out for him. Zeus has unsurprisingly fallen in that position. And they are indeed going for the retake, all from below. And Hellfire is raining from above. So, 3 people left. Guardian's gone down. They've saved the AWP for now. Still in control of Long, and the other 2 players trying to retreat. So I suppose they're trying to, they're kind of executing maybe some new tactics here.
I mean, essentially, it's just a gamble that didn't work out. I mean, for example, if they've read Inshock in a certain way or feel like it's a particularly likely play or the best chance to win a round without as many grenades. Like, for example, on Mirage, NaVi did the same thing, but they stacked A on Mirage, and Inshock executed into A. So, in that instance, it worked out, but it's not always going to be the case. So I think it's just a simple round where it just did not work out this time for NaVi. There's Guardian. Look at that! How on earth does he pick up these frags through the door even on that range? So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Never cease to be amazed by some of these shots. Now, Guardian's on a fine angle, but again. In they go. Spots an arm, actually connects with it as well, and looks for the damage from the wallbang. They are going to challenge Guardian straight up. He's not taking any damage so far. Finally gets eliminated. They line up for Edward. He will only get one though. Zeus comes in from CT, and it's going to be just Loord left up in the dark area. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of fragging to do. 3 players for NaVi left alive still. And Loord is going to try to challenge into middle on the lonesome. And he's going to struggle to find anything in the way of frags just yet, but he's going to get himself potentially a plant here on A.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. He may have some bonus money, but he needs to pick the right plant spot. He's jumped down. Maybe playing a bit of shenanigans there, or he's just trying to go for a clutch, but didn't work out in their favor. 4-4 now. NaVi tying things up. Again, their money is less than spectacular. So this next round going to be important for both teams, financially speaking.
I think that's one of those spots where he probably feels like he can't even plant because he probably predicts there to be at least one guy CT. You can beat him into a position and he can just jump and spray and kill him if he tries to plant. So that's potentially the reason, I guess, why he did that. But yeah, it's a rough spot.
Only 3 rifles here for Inshock, Furlan and Loord on Tech 9s only. Lots of nades though, so maybe they can get their execute game on. See if they start to head towards short once again. Indeed they will, so they've been getting this part of it more or less for free in a lot of rounds. Flamie somehow escaping there. And still with a reasonable amount of health as well. Could have been a lot worse there for NaVi. And he finds a frag to boot on the strongest player on the team.
So nade in there from Pete and Co as they go for the wall of smoke execute. But no smoke on crossover. And that could be problematic because flamie is going to take full advantage. Picks up a single frag, but how they actually will kill the guy on the site. And that's the key kill. But Zeus coming in from the back. That is so important right now because they cannot let the bomb go down. And it looks like they might be able to make that happen. In from the side, flamie will get both frags and the defuse as well. So bomb money will be rewarded to all of Inshock. 800 all around.
You can see flamie's delaying the defuse of the bomb. So the AWP can be collected. Another spoils from the CT side. Important point there. Especially when you have a kit and everyone's dead. Don't defuse immediately if you have time. See what you can get for your team first. And then get the defuse afterwards. Inshock finding themselves on the eco now. Roughly $2,500 per person. Not enough for a nice buy. 3 flashbangs though. And again, they've got that smoke coming out. Ooh, Guardian getting a double hit there. Only killing one player, but oh, look at how low the rest of the players are. Only Gruby remaining 43 HP, and the remaining NaVi players will clean him up as well. Nobody lost for them, which will be great for their economy. Wasn't in the best of places.
Yeah, really nice timing shot there by Guardian. It's there's a lot of, like, I guess, guesses going on with stuff like that, but I mean, people rarely will just run straight in. So, but it's always a gamble if you do it. You can't do it. It's like safer just to not do it. But we'll return to that thought later, perhaps, as the push on short does come in from NaVi, and they go for the mix-up with aggression. And I love to see this when stuff is going well as, for the CTs. Get the mix-up going, get the aggression, stop Inshock. You know, they're probably trying to work out a play to successfully deal with your setup, get in their faces for a round, and that's what Zeus has done with his teammates, and they have picked up a kill, and now they can fall back to their default setups again, and Inshock are forced to play with a disadvantage. Yeah,
they fix up a kill, but they have there's a player behind blue on long for Inshock, and they're probably not aware. Guardian threw a smoke into double doors. Not sure if it was perfect because Inshock player managed to waltz around it. And just hold an angle in case there was an NaVi player there. So let's see if they can use this to their advantage now.
Yeah, so actually, interestingly, NaVi did just go back into the super default round, the 2-3, and they've actually rotated Zeus, I think it was, down to CT to have a crossfire between the B double doors and CT spawn for any middle pushes, and he cat drops into the B split. But flamie, he's got to pull out a result here. They're going to go for that play into A long just to take it over late into the round. 30 seconds left. In comes the entry onto flamie. So they trade him well. But the problem is that they don't have anyone up catwalk. And getting up towards the A side here is going to take them a lot of time. But wow, Pete hit a fantastic shot onto Guardian straight in the head, straight between the eyes. And that speedy frag might give them just enough of a window to pick up the bomb plant. But no, we have Edward up on the bomb site. In comes Zeus, and they clean house. NaVi with another round, 7-4 now, and does go down to the last man. Very, very close one, but Inshock now out of cash.
Quick point is, if you are a player of this game, make sure your shadow settings are on high. You can see Furlan there. On our screens, we could see the shadow of flamie by the pit, but I don't know if Furlan just simply didn't notice it, or was just looking for a trade fragger or what, but the higher your shadow settings are, the further away you can see shadows in the game, and you can see how important they can be in that example. So Inshock on the eco here, 3-round deficit versus NaVi. Standard affair so far for the CIS team. Groovy first of all for the ecoing side. 3-man presence here in the mid area, so maybe they were expecting him to kind of try and rush the AWPer, but there are 2 AWPers. And they are cutting these players down one by one.
Yeah, Edward and the Guardian just getting the bullets in, and in goes Pete. Oh, close range, gets the shot, gets the kill onto Guardian, and in goes his teammate to pick up the weapon and try to do more damage as they try to... Actually, I wonder if they actually try to escape this angle, but no, they're going to stay for the face. And in comes the aim punch. Seized will pick up that kill. So significant damage done to NaVi's economy there with the loss of one of the 2 AWPs and a couple of rifles as well. So big rebuy coming in from them. But Inshock, they've only got 3 more rounds left to play in this half. So they need to make this one count. If they can make this one count, they might even be able to force out Nico and get themselves to that 8-7. It's actually quite possible. They're going to go for just a harassment of long right now, but there's no one actually pushing it, interestingly. They're going to rush up Catwalk whilst pulling players towards long. That's actually really smart there from Inshock, and the pace is blistering. They're managing to actually get up on that A-bomb site. It has worked.
Yeah, Hyper's going to be the man to try and kill the rotations while they try and take control of long. Long's going to be key for NaVi to hold as they go for the retake. Trades coming in that long area. They've got nobody left. 2 people on slope. Hyper stops the rotation through to short. So 3 versus 2, and Hyper coming in from the flank as well. Great round by Inshock.
Yeah, that's actually, I've not seen a team execute that before, but you can see it's like really obvious what they're going for. However, the thing is that can backfire as well, I think, because some teams, the way they'll respond to what looks to be like a super fast A-long take is actually to abandon A-long straight away and then play on the site or try to play into Catwalk. Alright, a bit of miscommunication here, who actually is supposed to be boosted. They must be raging. Guardian wanted the quick pick with the AWP, but it's just Zeus who gets up there. Thankfully, though, for NaVi's sake, he's going to pick up that frag. But I think there was a bit of raging there, James.
That was a bit Benny Hill, a bit Chuckle Brothers. Second last round of the first half. 3 players headed towards this B-bomb site. Steve's looking for those 5-7 tags. Going to get some tags, but no frags. Edward near the car. Very awkward position to shoot someone from. He's extended maybe too far. Going for a spray down situation. Flamie just hunting for a team to rotate. He saw the shadow exactly. You mentioned that, and he's used it to his advantage. Now we've got a 3 versus 2 retake when they finally push with somebody in tunnels as well.
Loord's up on the plateau behind the box, the big box. Guardian looking for the shots, but it's going to be Flamie to pull it off. Just one player now, they're going to flash themselves in, and Guardian with the strafe, the P250, and now the defuse kit. A man of many talents. He can strafe, he can shoot, and he can defuse.
You were almost rapping there, Dan. Don't think I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Last round of the first half. NaVi looking to extend their lead to 5. Inshock have other ideas. They also have an oomph. Let's see what they can do with it. So, Zeus and Edward lacking in the nade department at the moment, as are Inshock generally speaking. See what the play is. More aggression in mid here from the NaVi side. They're going for a full charge up here. Flamie going very far indeed. Zeus falling as well. So that's not a good start for NaVi.
Nice attempt at the spray there, long range, but Furlan going for the entry up onto the A side. Oh, the jump! Guardian almost in a lot of trouble, managed to save himself there as Furlan goes in, gets the drop onto Edward, but Guardian with the result, able to find 1 frag. The trade is good though from Pete. That's a 2-on-1 now, seized. There's the last man standing. He's got the bomb at his feet in middle, and he's got an angle to play with as well. Smoke is down in middle, on Catwalk to make things a little bit more annoying here for Inshock. Make things take a little bit longer, but he's trying to play really smart here. He's trying to go for a huge gamble, and he's going to try to work his way back around towards A, I would imagine, potentially. Or is he just going to hide on A? This is quite interesting from Seized. Now, the bomb is going to be collected by Hyper. You can see how cautious they are, how paranoid they are, that Seized could be anywhere. And they are beginning to run low on time, and they are indeed going to go back to A. So or at least one player, his gamble has paid off potentially, but Pete will actually get the kill. So 9-6, a respectable scoreline by Inshock and NaVi, considering the proceedings. And now we go to the second half, and what can we expect here from these two teams?
Guns, knives, grenades, bombs, generally speaking.
What else?
Gloves.
What, are the gloves going to come off?
I think the gloves are going to stay on. Maybe the silencer will come off.
But
probably not.
Calluses.
Okay, so Guardian back on a Deagle, but this time without the armor. Pistol, Deagle.
They don't respect him anymore after that boost
So
situation.
Then aggressively on short. Ooh, Flamie sees. Flamie does not find though. NaVi take long very quickly indeed. We'll see if they're going to go back to try and take short. Flamie taking down Pete on B slope And Inshock know how important it is for them to try and hold the short area now that they've lost long. You can see Furlan going in. No trade kills from the CTs. Oh, he gets caught with a nade out again. This time getting taken down.
Seems fair.
By Flamie. Finding all the frags at the moment. Groovy and Hyper, the only two left. They have a kit. Oh, wow. Look at the aim on this man. Hot flash is not going to do the job.
Pew, pew. Getting it done.
That was very sick indeed. Veritable execution. So, where's the second player? Being found. Guardian trying to get the kill with the Deagle. He will find the last player. Overkill there.
All the hopes and dreams. He's coming in. I've got to clutch this, guys. I got this, guys. The Guardian's like, no.
Pissed around Deagle. Let's go straight in the face.
I like his style. 10-6 then for NaVi. They are looking pretty good, and they are not going to go with that B spawn of theirs. They're just going to chill back and play it cool. Go for that long push. Straight into the CTs.
The other two Inshock players running back to the site there. Unfavorable engagement, they may feel. So they're going to try and combine forces. I think with Hyper elsewhere. Indeed. They're going to push through the door. Yeah, Hyper's got an angle onto lower tunnel. C's trying to clear the site in the meantime. Find the spray onto Furlan. Last two Inshock players still just hanging around outside the smoke. Shut down by Edward.
Tiger Edward. Why do you think he's got Tiger in his name? Do you think he has a...
Maybe it's hair related?
Hair related?
Well, he's kind of got hair like around his face. Like a tiger, I guess.
I guess you're reaching pretty far there, I guess. But I guess I asked, so I only have only myself
to
blame.
What's your idea, Dan?
I don't know. But NaVi have a good idea. It's called a B-rush. Don't stop. In they go. NaVi going to get themselves pretty blinded, though. And even a bit of team damage going to aid Furlan in making the frag onto Flamie. So that leaves just Guardian. And he's going to get wrecked as well. So Inshock with a nice showing there, despite having a limited arsenal to work with. They pull out a round, and they're only 4 behind NaVi at the moment. So NaVi have to be really careful if they don't want this game to actually get out of hand, that they stifle the CT economy immediately now. Because if Inshock are able to convert on this round as well, that is going to be the game is going to get pretty close, I think. Or has every chance to, at least.
We'll have to see how it continues. 2 people on long for Inshock at the moment. 2 people outside long for NaVi, but they'll just be looking for pushes at the moment. Actually, NaVi quite passive at present. 2 people top mid. C's came from bottom mid back up to top. So are they going for a long push here? In fact, the whole team is outside long at the moment, more or less, with just 1 player crossing through T-spawn. So it looks like it may indeed be a push. Only Zeus going out though, completely blind. No trade frag for the T's. Review of a chance to do something here, but it's not going to work. So we've got a wall of smokes coming in. Can Pete find an exploit in it? He's soon going to be exposed. Got flashes coming in from his teammates. Going to try and push through. Doesn't get a frag. Onto Edward. Gets taken down straight away. Trades coming in from Loord. Trades coming in from Flamie. 3 versus 2 now. The remaining Inshock plays quite spread out at the moment. Things slowing down here. NaVi still with 37 seconds left on the clock to make a decision. Looks like they're going to leave Guardian in pit. So commonly you might see a short push in this situation. Hyper though has other ideas, taking down Flamie.
See, he's looking for the trade, but Hyper is so safe at the moment. Goes to flash in. Oh, the spray is going to work, as Hyper was unfortunately a little bit out of touch with that situation and made an incorrect play. And sees capitalize. In goes Guardian. Great shot there on long range. Expect nothing less as NaVi will secure the round, but it was a very tight one. And I must say that it was quite interesting to see Inshock's decision to go very, very aggressive on A long. They committed 3 people into that, I believe. And we could see that it actually almost panned out for them. Usually you would see teams not do something like that, but Inshock actually making it work. A bit risky though, but we are going to have now another save from them. Last time NaVi faced a round like this, they went for a a B push with 3 members, and they promptly got annihilated. So a bit of taste in their mouth still from that one. They are going to move in for an A play, as we do see the nades rain in. So this time NaVi doing it right.
Edward getting some nice kill money with that Mach 10, and this time it sees waiting for the rotations just as Hyper did on the other half. Flamie going for some slam dunks there, but has to stand still to get that frag. 2 eco players remaining. Pete gonna get a frag. Maybe a consolation for this round. Edward making more bank with that Mach 10, and Flamie finishing off the proceedings there to take a 6-round lead over Inshock.
Now is the buy. And we will have NaVi still with the usual buy of their own, apart from just a featured appearance from the Galil. But we're not going to get anyone on the cross here. That's the first thing. Ooh, that was close. But no dice this time. So Inshock going with a 2B3 long play, and the 2-3 play that's very, very standard, and actually a very fast timing from Loord to actually move away from crossover straight into CT. That's very, very fast indeed. Now NaVi were in at LAN against NIP, were able to exploit Get Right doing that kind of a rotation, and that's almost how they beat NIP, just by exploiting the nature of this setup and with that rotator into this the CT spawn. And Guardian's actually going to pick up the frag. Loord had a nice timing on the push, but Guardian just well. Now Gruby has to hold here. He has to hold for Inshock. Got to keep control of long, otherwise the retake is going to be nigh on impossible.
So 5 NaVi players looking to take a Gruby, trying to hold down long, but the trade comes in. Edward in control of long now, leaving Pete in a horrible place. He's got 1 frag onto Zeus, but now he's got 3 people to contend with. All the guns come out at the same time, and it's Edward who will get the frag from the long area. So 2 Inshock players to try and retake the site. They don't have short, they don't have long. Difficult situation for them. We've got 1 player in CT spawn. He's gone down, just leaving Hyper, trying to push a short area. You can see there, he doesn't know what lies beyond the smoke. Even without someone there, NaVi are still in control for the time being, and he has no choice but to run away. 14-7 coming to your screens shortly for NaVi. He's a really strong player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really, really good actually. It's pretty plain.
I mean, plain to see.
Yeah, I mean, he's got good game sense, and his aim is obviously out of this world, and his composure is also very good. He doesn't seem to falter in these stressful situations, so he has the clutch skills also. Definitely a player to look out for in the future. And again, almost made it to the Virtus.Pro lineup, and you can see why. Now Gruby gonna get shut down there towards A long, not able to do much, unfortunately, just with the P250 and no support. So his teammates are going to try to support Hyper now and boost him up into the site. Hyper though can't really make that happen. He needed to shoot immediately, but just couldn't after jumping. It's going to be Edward in now with his teammates, and they just completely clean house on that round. And that's going to mean that we are going to go to match point now here for NaVi. They were able to take map 1 fairly handily after some scary rounds on the on Rush.
Triple AWPs. Wait. We've got 5 AWPs on the board. Flamie, Seized, Guardian, Pete, and Hyper, all currently carrying AWPs.
Is this Oceania?
It's everywhere. It's infectious.
Sees nice peek there, just all frags all over the place. Now it's all on Loord to try to make this work, but he's actually going to get spotted. Oh, gets the shot onto Seas regardless though, as he now makes his way back up short to see if he can find some more love with his M4. There's Guardian, pops up over the box, and that's going to be it. 16-7, and NaVi with the results that they likely expected. They had some fun in this one. We had some fun in this one. Hope you guys had some fun as well. But I think that's the last match for tonight. How are you, James?
A little bit tired. It's been a long day. It's going to be a long day tomorrow as well.
All right. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to actually follow the channel. I believe we are closing in on 550,000 followers. Is that right, James?
It is indeed. We are somewhere between 530 and 550. At which point we will be giving away a Stat Track Gut Life Slaughter and a Bison signed by Mr. Get Right.
Thank you, Get Right. By the way, we are working on the Get Dupree show.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be back at some point.
Indeed.
Sometime.
To rear its ugly head.
Somewhere.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this evening's activities, and we will see you next time here on Faceit TV for more Counter-Strike action. But until then, we are signing off.